guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am doing another collaboration video, but this time I'm doing it with my really good friend Helen X Beauty. And the collaboration that we're going to be doing is going to be on this look with our eyes. Now Helen is probably going to be doing a completely different look to what I'm doing, but we're both using the same palette, and we want to demonstrate how different people can have the same palette and have completely different ideas and different looks. So if you really like this look and you'd like to learn how to do it, then please carry on watching. Don't forget, subscribe to Helen, go and visit her, and I will see you in a minute. Have I got everything? Maybe not the brain. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've been promising this video for a while, and I had actually done it and then decided that I didn't actually like what I'd done. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to redo this. This is a Get Ready With Me, and it's a collaboration with the very lovely and wonderful Helen X Beauty. Now, if any of you know Helen, you'll know she loves her makeup as much as me, if not more, if that's actually possible. She's a really lovely girl. We became friends on YouTube probably a good 8 months ago, where I done a giveaway on my channel, and Helen actually won the giveaway, and through us making contact with each other, we actually become really good friends and sort of swap telephone numbers, etc., and we sort of text each other quite a bit. She's a really lovely girl. If you've never seen any of her videos before, then I'm going to leave a link down below. I hate saying that as well. I shall leave a link underneath to go to her channel, because she has some great videos and she does different types of videos. She doesn't just do Makeup Revolution videos, she does all sorts. So please go along and give her a watch, because she is amazing. So, a collaboration. Yeah, great. What on? Okay, this baby here. You would have probably seen me talk about this already, because I have a full swatch video on this when it first came out, and you can see how much I've been using this, because it's just dipped into. So both myself and Helen will be using this for our eye look today. Okay, so to save a bit of time on camera, I have already done my primer, and the primer that I used was Max Factor Miracle Primer. I got this a couple of weeks ago because I want something a little bit more hydrating for my skin in the winter months, and believe you me, it does not fail. And as we are using MUA eyeshadow palettes, it's only fair to use the MUA primer, and this is in their Luxe range, and this is their Brighten and Lighten eye primer. At the moment available in Superdrug, instead of £5 for £3, and I was lucky enough to be able to get that with one of my vouchers that I got for Christmas. So I'm going to apply this to my eyelids. I have used this a couple of times already, and I've got to say I am really impressed with this. It's really good. If you're like me and you only get stuff from a drugstore, as if I get my jugs from a drugstore. No, I definitely didn't get my jugs from a drugstore. I'm just gonna shut up. Right, okay. If you're like me and you like a lot of drugstore makeup because you can't justify spending the high-end price tag, I think you're gonna like this, because this is a really good primer. It's great because it sinks into the skin so that you can't see it. It leaves lovely texture on the eyes. It holds your eyeshadow in place all day, and doesn't crease either. And it does really emphasize the colour that you're applying to your lids. So right, that's on, that's ready. Okie dokie. Now with the face. The worst part. I'm going to put some Freedom Corrector on my green patches, because as you probably know already, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know how much I suffer with broken capillaries in the skin, and also lines, etc. Like I'm really quite bad, if to say the least. I am really bad. So I'm just going to blend this in, blend as much as you can. It's bright green. So now me, I've probably put too much of this one. I don't use this very often, to be fair. Probably not as often as I should. And try to blend it in because I don't want it to show underneath my foundation. But at the same time, I want it to take out and get rid of all those red patches. Now you can see in the light already that it's given like a white appearance on my skin. So I'm hoping that that is going to alleviate the redness. My foundation I'm going to be using is the Lasting foundation, the 25-hour, and this is Lasting Finish, and it has comfort serum in it. Slightly not the right colouring for me, but I don't mind. I actually really like this because it's got a really good coverage to it. Today I feel in the mood for a blending sponge. So let's just wet my sponge up. It's really bizarre because different days I prefer to use different applications of my foundation. And I just think, you know, if I use the same sort all the time, I just get bored. So I need to mix up a little bit. Yeah, so I've never used this foundation before, all this corrector cream together. So we'll see how we get on. Sometimes I wonder if they give you green because you've got to keep covering up and covering up and covering up to get rid of the green. And you use so much to get rid of the green that you actually cover up the red in the process. I know that's not true. Now the thing about this Rimmel foundation is, I mean, normally I wear my Wake Me Up, which has got like a glitter undertone to it. Which really does make your skin look like you've had a boost to it. It looks like you've had a really good night's sleep. This is far more matte, but it's also a lot more coverage than the Wake Me Up. Because I do find I need to put quite a lot on to get a decent coverage, and I can never get a full coverage. But then I'm not always necessarily after full coverage. Even though my skin is terrible with the red blotches on, I have freckles as well. And sometimes I don't want to cover my freckles up because I actually like my freckles. Can't really see them very much in the winter. They come out in the summertime a lot. And they actually come up over my red patches because I've got rosacea, and the freckles actually do kind of like come out on the rosacea as well, and there's nothing I can do about it. And the doctor has basically said invest in camouflage makeup, and it's like, oh, really? But the thing is, with camouflage makeup, I don't want to look too heavy. I don't want to look like I'm wearing stage makeup, because if anybody has worn stage makeup, you'll know what I mean by that thick orange layer. You always end up wearing a thick orange layer of this stage makeup with blue eyeshadow and bright red lipstick, and everybody wears the same, and it's just like hideous. I hate it. It's back from the day when I used to be up on stage, and I used to be in the local pantomime. I used to be involved in the local players. See, some of you who live in the village with me didn't know that, did you? No. Okay. Do you know, I don't honestly think that that green cover-up stuff has made a jot bit different. I'm going to put a little tiny bit more. I don't really want to, but I'm going to put a little tiny bit more on to see if... I'll use a brush as well, I think, rather than... Yeah, let's use a stippling brush. Let's see how that gets on. It's all of a sudden gone very dark. The sun was shining a few minutes ago and I can now see outside this massive rain cloud hovering right outside my window. That's handy because I wanted to walk to go and pick the girl up from school today. Just my luck, I shall get peed on from the rain. So, are you guys ready for Valentine's Day? Are you doing anything special? Are you anti-Valentine's Day? Just interested to find out really, because I'm nosy like that. Okay, I also have some Freedom Pro Camouflage pastes in like a normal flesh coloured, so I'm going to use my stippling brush in here like this to try and see if I can cover up some of that red. I think my red patches are a lost cause, if I'm honest. I think the only time I can really get rid of them truly is when I wear my Clinique foundation. How's that looking, guys? Right, okay, I'm going to blend that out a little bit more because I'm not entirely happy with that. So I'll just blend that a little bit. Let's take that green off. It's quite funny because I always pack loads and loads of foundation on my cheeks, but I hardly use any on my forehead because I find that my forehead is really, without sounding too big-headed, is that my skin, for me, my skin on my forehead is perfect. I don't really need, the only reason I put a bit on is just to match up the colour to my face. I wish that I had a perfect, don't we all wish we had a perfect space? Right, okay, face even. Right, okay, so that's my foundation. My concealer, couldn't even think of what I was saying then. My concealer is my holy grail. It's Last and Perfection from Collection in Fair One, and I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. This is my go-to. Sorry, I'm not looking in into the camera. I'm looking into my mirror. This is just amazing. The coverage is amazing. The colour is amazing. It works fantastic. It does its job. There's nothing I can fault about it. And I mean, the usual price is £4.19 for this, which is really good. You sometimes get the odd offer on where they come down to £3.99, so that's just a 20p saving, which I'm not bothered about. But when you get it in Superdrug, on their 3 for 2, or in Boots even, on their 3 for 2, it's incredible. And I have to stock up. And I have to make sure that I've got plenty of it, because otherwise if I run out, I'm screwed. Right, so I will use my little plush brush here. I'm just going to give that a few minutes to settle in. Because one of the things that you should do after putting the concealer on, sorry, I'm still talking while I'm not at the camera. One of the things that you should do is give it a few minutes just to settle in, to start getting a bit tacky, so that you can then blend it in properly. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing my brows, and I'm going to be using my Brow Revolution from obviously Makeup Revolution in dark brunette. This is just absolutely awesome. Yes, it is a really good dupe for Wonder Brow. I really, really like it. It's just amazing. It just is so quick, so easy. Now, please forgive the state of this mirror. This mirror is horrendous, but it's small enough for me to use up close without getting too far in the way of the camera. But it's, oh man, look at all my brows coming through. I seriously need a good plucking. Nothing like a good pluck. Sharon, don't you laugh. I'm not being rude, I'm being clean. This stuff is just great. I'm just trying to paint on my eyebrows. I've got to say badly. It's really difficult to see without my glasses, if I'm honest. I look really bizarre at the minute. Right, so they're painted on, so spoolie. So just use the spoolie just to brush it through and tidy up. And all of a sudden you've got these amazing brows. And they don't budge. They're really good. I should probably done this one first actually, shouldn't I? When I first ordered this colour, I thought this is going to be way too dark for me, but I've got to say I'm actually really enjoying this colour on me because it's so close to my natural hair colour. It doesn't look over the top false, if that makes sense, because I do worry about when I do my makeup and I have my brows that I do look like they're too dark. I don't like them to look like they've been tattooed on. I like them to look as natural as possible. Okay, at the moment they probably look really, really dark, but then that's because I've got my concealer unblended, which obviously always looks really good. So let's just get this blended in. I love putting my concealer face, which is usually consists of and so you push it into the skin. Don't rub it around, you just push it into the skin with your blender to give that natural finish. And it also goes into the pores better. Which is why when you use a stippling brush, it's really good because the stippling brush pushes it in when you're doing your foundation. Now, I think the coverage is actually really good. I don't look quite as bad as what I thought I would. I do look slightly different in the viewfinder of the camera to what I do in the mirror. And in the mirror, I look better. I never ever thought I'd hear myself say that. Okay, right, so that's done. So I'm going to set it now with some Colaberation. And I'm going to set it with a giant crash on the floor. Yeah, some Collection Sheer Loose powder, which is like at the moment, I'm using this every day. It's a really good powder. I mean, I went through years and years and years not using any powder at all. And obviously when I go out, I like to take my compact with me, and I'm really into Makeup Revolution, what a surprise, Makeup Revolution pressed powder compact, but I saw this on offer and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to try again to go back to loose powder. And I have to say I do really like it, because I just find it sets it so much better than pressed powder. And as you can tell, my cold is still about. Just make sure it's well blended in. More so at the moment, I usually love to shine, but at the moment I'm kind of preferring only to shine in specific places. Right, okay, so that's done. Okay, next for contour. Now, for my contour, I'm going to be using my Golden Sugar 2 palette, because there's a really, really lovely contouring colour in this. And the colour that I'm going to be using is going to be this colour here. I just find it really, especially for this time of year where you're not too tanned, I just think it's a really, it's really been using it a lot. Suck your cheeks in, refine your hollow, and then just follow that down lightly. I'm not doing a full massive contouring like I normally do. And the reason you do this is to create that illusion of shadow on your face, to bring out your cheekbones. And if you're like me, who's never seen a set of cheekbones on you, it does really make a difference. This isn't normally my brush that I would use either, but again, I fancied something a bit different today. I do like to change it up. See what I mean? All of a sudden, you look like you're sucking in and you're not. Because let's face it, who can suck all the time? You can't. So it gives that illusion that you are. So then obviously the usual around here, because this then covers up, gives the illusion of no double chin. So if you're like me and you're like got 1,000 chins, just to lift, so it doesn't look, it creates that look without, you know, without having plastic surgery or facelift. I only put a little bit up here in my hairline because I don't normally show my hairline very often. And then for my nose, or my nunna, what Sophia calls it, her nunna. And don't get that muddled up with nunny, because we all know what a nunny is. Okay. So by doing it on your nose, it thins your nose down. My nose, I always feel I look really, really chunky across here. So by doing this, it actually takes that chunkiness away. Now also the other problem that I have is because I wear glasses, at the end of the day, or if I take my glasses off, I end up with these two pinch marks here. And it looks like I've gone in and tried to contour there, and it isn't. It is just purely my glasses. And I get that regardless of where I wear makeup or not. So I really like the contour. It's a really, really nice natural colour. I'm just gonna do it there and just do around my complete jawline. Now I did warn you this was going to be a long video. Okay, right, next for blush. At the moment I'm really, really loving my Blush Queen Goddess, Blush Goddess palette from Makeup Revolution, and I especially like this colour here, which reminds me of Treat. I just think that's just such a nice, easy to wear colour. And I'm going to see if I can find Treat. No, that's Love. I definitely think that is Treat. I'll have to see if I can do a comparison video on that. So, big blusher brush, just blend. And what I like about this is, because it's a matte blush, I'm not blingy. Ta-da! Right, bronzer. Just a very, very small tad of bronzer. And it's just to bring out my cheeks a little bit. So I'm going to be using this one here. Yes, it is very sparkly, but I'm literally just going to do a little tiny bit there and a tiny bit here. Can you just see that? Very subtle. I just find that it just sucks in your cheeks a little bit more. Okay, I'll do my highlighter after I've done my eyes, because I'm not sure yet which highlighter I'm going to wear. It's going to depend on what my eye look is going to be. Now, there it is. I dropped it on the floor, which is very, very lucky because I could have smashed it. As you can see, very, very well loved. I'm going to be using this colour here as my base colour, because I find that that is really, really close to my own skin shade. So I'm just going to pop that on all over the eye area. I can see a little bit of kick up from that. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. So take that right up to the brow. Okay. So now just get the right brush here. There are so many different transition colours that you can use here, and you always build up light to dark. So I'm going to start with this colour here, just to do my transition colour. Up here, so then I can then do my crease. I've only used a very, very small amount because I don't want it to be too noticeable. It's there to be then blended in. So then for my crease colour, I'm going to use this colour here, which the colours are on the back, but it's really difficult to actually see what they say. So, you know, which is a bit naughty really. So crease. So the whole idea of doing this is to contour your eye to give that impression of a shadow above your lid. This defines your eye and make it look like there's more depth to it. This is not something that you would put all over your lid. This is just literally to define the crease in your eye, to give it that depth. And you blend it as much as you can. And a good brush will blend it without it looking muddy. So the impression that you should get, with my type of eyes anyway, is that you've got this colour here and there, and you're still pale here. That is to show your crease. Now obviously, because I've got hooded eyes, my crease is almost non-existent, so I have to lift my crease up to give it a little bit more definition, if you can see what I mean. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to darken up a little bit more. So the colour I'm going to go for that is this one here. So it's literally just a little tad darker. And I'm not going to go the full way across. It's alright. They're safe. They're not broken. My pride might be, but my eyeshadows are not. Right, okay, so darken up further over towards your outer corner. Not all the way. Can you see what I'm doing? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. So can you see the difference between the two eyes? This is the one that's slightly darker. And blend out so that there's no harsh lines. It's always a job to do my left eye, because my left eye actually droops down somewhat compared to my right, so it never looks the same. So we've built up this crease colour, as you can see. I'm just going to come right in close so that you can see exactly where I've gone. Okay, so the next step then is to darken even more, but the outside corners, the outside triangle of your eyelid. So you can go as dark as you want, but I would build it up. I wouldn't go completely dark. I would try a darker colour and then a darker colour until you're happy with what you've got. Throat is starting to go. So we're going to go for this colour here. As you can tell, I absolutely love my browns because they are just so neutral and so easily worn. So just outer corner, the outer triangle. So you're literally drawing a triangle with your eyeshadow from your lid and then up, but not too far over. Do it again the other side. This is where I always get tricky because of my eye drooping down. So I'm trying to blend as I go. Okay. So I'm going to use just a stubby brush just to try and blend that in a bit without blending it too much, so it goes across the whole eye. Right, so next step is to choose what colour that you would have on your lid. So obviously these are burning embers, so these colours remind me so much of being like on fire and literally like the remnants of a fire that's gone out. Just absolutely just gorgeous. My favourite colour of the whole palette. Now Helen, I don't know if you could agree with me with this, but my favourite colour is this one in the middle. It doesn't look anything like that on the eye though. It is really, really lovely. It's beautiful. So I'm going to take a stubbier brush, a fluffy stubby brush, so it's quite thick. And because I want to get a little bit of warmth into my eye, I'm going to use this little bit of burgundy colour here and just literally just do the outer corner to about halfway in. Just to give that a bit of warmth and depth. I'm going to blend in. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this beautiful orangey colour here. I'm going to go all over my lid with that. Stay. Don't move. Stay. Good palette. I'm using my fluffy brush to do this, just to get a good old sweep across, because I don't want it to be the prominent colour. I want it to be there, but it's not the prominent colour of the whole look. And then we have this colour here, which is that also beautiful burgundy. Beautiful, beautiful colour. So rich. Just a tad on the outside corner. And I mean just a tad, just enough to give it a little bit of oomph in the look. I don't want it packed on, which is why I'm not using a brush to pack it on. I'm using just a fluffy brush just to soften the look. I love playing with this palette. This palette is one of my favourites. It's just beautiful. And look how much warmth is in that colouring. It's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, got something in my eye. Okay, so I'm going to go over my eyelid again with a brush to pack. I'm going to use this colour here and just sweep that over the whole lid. And I'm using quite a lot of colour on this. So you can start to see the change of layer of colour and how that looks smoked. Looks as if it's been smoked on a fire. Okay. And then I'll use a brush to pack on the colour now. And you've probably guessed already the colour that I'm going to pack on. Just trying to find the right brush. I'm going to pack this colour on here in the centre. And you're probably thinking, oh, that don't look very much. Doesn't necessarily look great. But it does. To me it does anyway. So. There, can you see? It's just lifted the whole look up. It's just so pretty. There are so many versatile colours in this palette as untrue. It's just absolutely stunning. I just really love that look. It's almost a halo look. So I'm just going to blend in around and not on the actual lid itself. Just to tidy up any bits. And then I'm going to use this underneath the eye. And I'm gonna just use this colour here. It probably looks really, really unusual for you to do. I just really like how it looks. So just gently under the eye. You don't need a lot, and you don't need to be completely precise either to smoke that out. And that just ties that whole look up. I just really like that. I just think it's a really, really lovely colour. So you can see the difference in my eyes, where this is smoked and this one isn't. Just smoke this one out as well. This brush is just amazing for doing your smoky eye. It's just absolutely awesome. There we go. And then obviously I would not have a complete eye look if I didn't use a highlighter in the corner of my eyes. And I'm going to be using this colour here, which just looks like an ordinary white colour. This is the magic. This is what everybody is raving about on this palette. Because it's not white. It's a duochrome pink, and it just finishes off the look completely. It's just stunning. Oh yeah, I see it very well on camera. But it just gives a completely different dimension to the whole look. And then obviously I need to highlight under my brow, and I'm just going to use this pretty highlight colour here in the centre using the same brush. I'm just literally just doing the outside of the brow. See how that catches the light. It's pretty, isn't it? It's really pretty. Okay, most of you guys know I don't wear liquid eyeliner because I just don't get on with it, because I've got growth on my eye which just doesn't look good at all. So I do wear my eyeliner from Soap and Glory on the waterline. I sometimes put it in the top. I'm not going to put it in the top today because I just feel like I'm a bit of a done-up turkey, if I'm honest. Just pop my mascara on, which is my Push Up Drama from Maybelline, which I absolutely love. Sorry, this video is so long. At the end of the day, when it comes to makeup, I choose not to wear a winged liner. And I'll be completely honest, not everybody does. And makeup is what you do with it. It's not, there are no rules in makeup. You don't have to do everything by the absolute book. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. I've just decided what highlight I'm going to use. I'm going to use this Unicorn's Heart from Makeup Revolution. Just because I never have. I've never used it before, so it's brand new. And I'm going to see if I can find my little fan brush. Here we go. So, here we go. So I'm going to take my fan brush. I'm just going to sweep it across there. And then just sweep it gently on my cheek. I'll do the same this side. Wow, my goodness, look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to tone that down a little bit because that is super, super blingy. Wow. Okay, definitely need to tone that down. Okay. In my mirror, I can't really see that, but my God, in the viewfinder, my goodness. That is just awesome. I love the pink tones that have come out on that. They really go well with my eye, which is actually covered in mascara. You could have told me that I got mascara up my eye. So yeah, I love how that go together. Look at that, beautiful. Don't get too close because you don't want to see my sprouts growing. Ooh, I am totally and utterly in love with that. That is just beautiful. I might have to get one of them for my mate Lou for her birthday. I think she's going to love that. I'm not going to put any more. I'd love to put more on, but I'm not going to for obvious reasons. Okay, so finishing off, I've learned a great trick. That if you use eye primer on your lips, it's really good for matte lipstick. So, I hit this one first. Put that on first is what I was trying to say. And then I've got a NYX lip cream I'm going to use, which is in Baby Doll. I'm not going to use any liner. I don't want to use any liner today. Oh. How pretty is that? And there you go. That is the finished look. I'm really excited to see what Helen has come up with actually, because obviously we are doing a collaboration, we're doing the same palette, but we don't know what each other is doing on the eye, so I can't wait to see what she's doing. So I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you liked the look. I'm really pleased with that, I've got to say. I'm over the moon with that. That has definitely passed my test, and I won't be deleting this video, I will be putting this one out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Oh, I did nearly forgot. Profix spray. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I know it's a really long one, and I'm really sorry guys, but it is a very chatty get ready with me, and it's a proper full tutorial. So yeah, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see anything else like this, then please comment down below. If there's anything specific you'd like to see, please also mention down below. Please go along and see Helen's channel and subscribe to her, because she's a complete and utter doll. I really love her. She's just awesome. Also, I've just hit 500 subscribers, so I'm doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. Go along and enter that. You have to be subscribed though to enter. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. It's all under Sophia's Mummy UK, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now.